and Company. I'm now going to go over our Makeup Studio section of our newest collection, the Beauty Box. The first section within the Makeup Studio is the Wink and Wow Eyes. Now this includes 6 actions that are focused on the eyes. We have our Beautiful Eyes, which is for brightening the whites of the eyes, adding color and really making the eyes pop. We also have the Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector, which helps neutralize any discoloration underneath the eyes and brighten the under eye darkness that some eyes do have, such as the image in front of me, and I will show you here just shortly how to use these actions and how they look. We also have our brow bar, which is amazing, and I will show you guys that in just a moment. We also have our Lights Camera Lashes, which is our digital mascara, and we are really proud of this action because it works much differently than any other mascara action out there. It solely focuses on the lashes, so it's not going to, we didn't add a layer and change it to multiply, and the next thing you know, you've also affected the eyelid, not just the lashes, and it kind of gives you some discoloration. We crafted these in such a way that it just only targets the eyelashes. And so I'll show you that as well here in a little bit. And then we also have our velvet eyeliners. I created pre-selected colors, but there's also a custom velvet eyeliner that you can select your own eyeliner shade that you would like to use, kind of in the same aspect of our foundations and things like that. You can pick your own shades that work best for you and what you're going with. So to start this off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector with the image in front of me, because there is some discoloration under here and some unwanted tones. I'm going to show you just how quickly and easy this is to do. So just click on the Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector and press play. And you're going to get a pop-up box that talks about this action and what it does and how to use it, which I'm going to show you. Make sure the black layer mask is selected. Make sure you have a brush, a soft brush, and the color is a white foreground color. And then all you want to do is just paint this right under the eyes. You don't need to put it anywhere else further on the cheeks. You're just focusing right under the eye. So what we do after we've done that, you can see it already brightened and helped neutralize that darkness and the discoloration underneath their eye. Open up your group layers, and within this you're going to see quite a few concealer shades. And what this does is it helps neutralize and brighten it under the eyes, but also neutralize the color and to flow well with the rest of your subject's skin tone. These are all named and also with their shade decimal naming. So if you already did their foundations and let's say you know that they are a 3.5, this will help you select a better concealer that would probably more than likely match your subject. But again, you're not set in stone and have to use those colors. Just work with your subject because it all will change depending on your lighting and things like that. So just play with it and see. Each of these layers are colored yellow and they're all turned off. So all you need to do is turn on one of the layers and see if you need to go a little bit brighter or darker. This shade here is the medium warm, and if I turn it on, you can see how it even neutralized even more, and it camouflaged the under eye darkness and discoloration. I'm going to try a tan neutral, which would be just a tad bit darker, but with a more golden neutral undertone. And then I'm going to try a tan warm, which for her, I really like the tan warm. And I do know, as far as, like I said earlier, these shades over here do have the decimal naming to help you. But I do know that if I was going to put a foundation shade on her, she's actually not a 6.5 to 7.0 in our foundation colors. But these concealers, again, this is just like something to look on, like the reference to. You just don't know until you try it on your subject. And so even though I know her foundation isn't a 6.5 through a 7.0, the concealer shade does work good for her skin tone. So that I would stick with that, even though maybe her skin tone is actually a 4.5. I feel that that is just a little too light for underneath her eyes. But I do feel that the tan warm was perfect to just neutralize it, like we didn't even do anything, and it looks beautiful. So if you turn it off, that's before, and here's the after. And it just brightened everything, got rid of those colors, and looks gorgeous. Our Wink and Wow Beautiful Eyes is an all-in-one action for eyes. To make them sparkle, to brighten them, to bring back some color straight into the eyes. Once you run this action, you're going to see each layer has a black layer mask. These are all the adjustment layers, and they tell you what they do. And also in the dialog box tells you what each of them do as well. To paint on the effect, make sure you select the black layer mask, make sure you have a white foreground color and your brush selected, and make sure you have a soft brush at that. So what this does is right here, I'll do the first layer, so sharpen eyes. If they're a little hazy, kind of like this one is here, just brush over the eyes and you can see it just automatically sharpen them and dehaze the eyes. The next layer is brighten the whites. This allows you to brighten the white areas of the eye. And also you can adjust all the layers' opacities. So if it's too white or brighten it too much, it's naturally set at 50%, but drop that down a little bit to make it blend in better if you need to. The next one is brighten the iris. You would apply this just around the iris area to brighten up that color. And then also we have the iris color pop. That one brightened it, and this one's going to bring back some of that color. And that layer's naturally set 100%. I'm going to drop it down to 50% to help blend in. Same thing with the brighten iris. It's at 30%. We'll go to 15. Okay, 10. If your subject has any redness in the eyes, like the veins in the eyes are really red or bloodshot eyes, the layer Reduce Redness will fix all that for you. The subject in front of me doesn't really have any of that going on. However, if she did, I would just select the black layer mask and it will erase all the redness in the eye. And here's our before, and here's the after. It's so easy to do. Now, the next one is our brow bar, which is so fun, and I'm going to press play on here. What it does, it just helps define the eyebrows of your subject. And you're going to, once you hit play, you're going to get a pop-up box that talks about this action and how to use it. But I'm going to show you right here how to use it and how simple it is to do. What you want to do, you'll see the first top layer is a brow highlight. I apply this completely last. You will see in editing videos how more in depth how I work with it. The brow highlight just do very last, and I only apply that underneath the arch of the eyebrows and on the outer corner on top, just to really sculpt and define the eyebrows. What I do first is do the brow tints. You open up your group and you're going to see I pre-selected shades to match just about every natural hair color and eyebrow color to make them look nice and natural. All you have to do, I'm going to zoom up on my image here, make sure you have your brush selected, and you don't have to turn on any colors yet, just make sure you have the black layer mask selected on the brow tints, you have a white soft round brush, and all we're going to do is paint over the eyebrow area, and it's automatically going to start defining them, but no color has been added just yet. So you just do that first, and then we go in and we decide what shade is going to work better for our subject. The subject in front of us here is a really dark brown, and her eyebrows do match that as well. So I'm going to start off with the dark brown. I'm going to turn that layer on. Now what I do to each of these is the blending modes are set to normal. I like to set them to multiply when I use them, because that tends to have that color grasp onto the eyebrow fibers and blend in even nicer and look more natural. So as you can see here, when I first painted on, I got out of the lines and things. This is when you change it to multiply as well, it helps you see, where you should be. So I'm going to erase back on where I went over. Change my foreground color to black. I'm just going to erase back that color because I just want it on the eyebrows. I just want to sculpt them and define them. And then I will show you here. Let me zoom out. Here is before we touch the eyebrows and then when we did them here. If it's too much, you can always change the opacity of the groups, and it's set at 100% for this image. It is a little too dark that I would like, so I'm going to go to 70%, and I'll turn the layer off and back on, and you can see how it just magically just blended in nicely, and the color is on point and looks very nice. So the next thing I do after I found my brow tint is I go up to my brow highlight, and I will show you how I apply this and even sculpts the brows even more. Make sure your foreground color is white and your brush is selected. And then all I do is go up underneath the arch of the eye right on the outer corner. And then what I will do is if I got any of this color on the eyebrows, I will go back in and take it off. I will switch my color back to white. Now I am going to blend out the color a little bit. I'm going to drop the opacity. It's set at 60%. I'm going to drop it down to 30%. Make sure the black layer mask is still selected. I need black as my foreground color so I can erase back and blend this out nicely. And I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm not taking it all the way off. I'm just blending it in to make it look nice and natural and a natural defined eyebrow. So let me zoom out and I'll show you the before and after and just how nicely and easily it just really brought the eyebrows out. If I turn it off, the brow highlight off, and here's with it on. It just really lightened up under there and gave a good definition for the eyebrow. So that's our brow bar, and it's so fun and so easy to use. Our next action is the Wink and Wow Lights Camera Lashes. And what that is it's a mascara for just the eyelashes, and it does just that. We have played with other actions from other places all over the internet, trying to retouch things like that. And we would go apply this digital mascara and it would affect the rest of the eye. They would just like multiply a layer, and you know how that looks on some things. It's just like a burning effect, and it can get on the eyes where I don't want it to be. I just wanted to focus on the lashes, and that's what mascara should do. So all you have to do is click on it and press play. You will get a pop-up box that tells you about this action and how to use it. Again, make sure the black layer mask is selected before you paint on anything. Make sure you have a brush, and make sure you have the white as the foreground color. And all you have to do is paint directly over the eyelashes. And as you will see, it will only select the eyelashes and apply the mascara to the lashes. If I go up here on an eyelid and paint that, you don't see any effect because we made it to where it just will target the lashes. And that's amazing. So here's before the mascara, and here's the after. If you open up the group layer, you will see the Lights Camera Lashes Add More Mascara Adjustment layer. If you would like them darker, you can turn on this layer, and it will make them darker. Again, here's the before and the after. And it just really brightened up her eyes, and now you can see her lashes. The last actions in this collection is our eyeliners. We have our velvet eyeliners. And what they do is they just add a nice, soft, creamy type liner. It's not just drawn on. It gives a soft effect and really blends in well with the eyes. We have pre-selected colors for you. If you open up the group layer, you will see we have Legend, which is the black, Rail, which is brown, Push as navy, Street is like a deeper forest emerald green, Subway Token, which is more of a silver gray. And then also we have White Castle, which is a white shade, if you would ever like to use those. All you have to do, inside this action, the Legend Black is already selected. All you have to do, even if you don't want to use this color, just start out this way. On the black layer mask of the group, just go in, make sure you have your brush selected and white is your foreground color so you can paint this on. All you have to do is wherever you want your eyeliner to be, if you're going to do it on the lower lash line, or on the top lash line, just brush the color on. Change your foreground color to black. If you went over anything and need to erase back, that will do that so easily for you. And then we can turn off the bottom layer and go try out all the colors. There's Rail, Navy is a nice deep navy blue tone. The Street, which is, like I said, a deep forest green. It's really beautiful. Subway Token. And then there's also our White Castle, which is like a bright whitened tone. And if you do not care for any of these colors, all you have to select is right below it, we have our custom velvet eyeliner. So you can choose whatever shade that works best for you. You'll get a dialog box when you press play. The first one, you don't have to change anything, just press OK. And then you're going to get a color picker. It's going to pop up. So let's say we want to go with a purple tone. All we have to do is select the color we want, press OK, and then the last pop-up box is going to tell you about painting on the black layer mask. So all you have to do is make sure you have your brush selected and white is the foreground color. Make sure the black layer mask is selected and paint where you would like to see the eyeliner applied. And you can choose any shade that you want. What's under the Makeup Studio, we also have underneath the Wink and Wow, we next have the shadow palettes. I have created 6 eyeshadow palettes with pre-selected with colors that blend well nicely together. You can mix and match, go from any palette that you like. We have a smoked palette, which is more smokier shades. We have Electric Avenue palette, which is just bold and vibrant colors. We have our PB&J palette, which is really beautiful. Got some creamy textures, some kind of neutrals and browns, and also a dash of jelly, so we got some purples in there. And then we also have our on-the-go eyeshadow palettes. There's 3 of these, and they're quads. Each of these actions have 4 colors in there, but they are all meticulously shaded to blend and work well nicely together. We have a neutral nude palette, the After Dark palette, and the Teaslet palette. And I will just run through a few of these to kind of show you what the colors look like. This is the smoked palette, and I will press play. You will get a pop-up that tells you to make sure you use you paint on the black layer mask. Make sure you have a white brush selected. You can see all the names of the colors and kind of what they resemble. We've got Kinky, which is more of an ivory peach, Freestyle, which is peachy nude, and so forth. You can read those up through there. So all you need to do to apply a color is select the color that you want. Like here I have Mushroom, which is a warm gray. I have the black layer mask selected. I have my brush selected, and I also have white as my foreground color. So all I have to do is paint it where I want it on the eyes to apply some eyeshadow. You can mix and match, add more colors, whatever you want to do, design your own look. And they look gorgeous. I will run our on-the-go natural nude palette so you can see how this is just like 4 shades. And within these names, they will give you suggestions of how to apply them, like whether just put them on the lid, the crease, the inner and outer corners, and the arch. Just give you an idea. You do not have to stick to that. It's just suggestions to help you blend these colors together. I did create other editing videos walking whole through with this collection and editing photos. So I have worked with one of these palettes, one of those videos, which you will see, how to really work with those colors. The next section is the blush palettes. We have 2 blush palettes. We have our Blushing Love cheek palette and our Luminous color. Our Blushing Love palette consists of several different blush colors. And all you have to do is select the black layer mask of the group, make sure you have your brush selected and your white foreground color, and all you want to do is just apply the color where you want it on your subject. So let's say I'm just going to apply this color right in here in our cheeks. The first color that's automatically selected is Baby Love. With each of these as well, you can adjust the blending modes and also the opacities. If it's too much color, you can dial back on the opacity. If you want a different effect, you can change it, try soft light or multiply, things like that. Just work with the colors. What you see isn't just what you're stuck with. So use these, adjust these layers as you need to. So that is the Baby Love color. Here is Love. This is I Will Always Love You. It's like a really pretty tangerine color. Here's Laugh. How Deep Is Your Love? Justify My Love. And Your Love Is King. Now see this one right here is really powerful, but if I click on that layer, I can drop down the opacities and make the color blend in nicer because I love that color. But again, whatever works best for you and what you like. Our next blush palette is the Luminous color. And what it does, it applies not only color, but it gives a beautiful undershine to it, as much as like a highlighter would do, but with a hint of color. So there's several colors under here as well. The first layer is turned on. That is what gives a luminous shine. We recommend you leave this layer on, but you do not have to. And then the next layer that is on is Camellia, which is turned on because it's already just a shade, but you don't have to use that shade. All these other ones under here are your other color choices. So on the grouped layer and the black layer mask, just like we did with the Blushing Love cheek palette, just apply it where you would like to see it. I like to apply the Luminous color higher up on the cheekbone to give like a highlighted effect. And then you can go through and try on the different colors. And again, you are more than welcome to change the blending modes to all of these and the opacity to get the right color that you want. And then you can also change the whole opacity of the group and just drop it down, however you want. So our last but not least section of the makeup studio is our Palette Perfect. There are 4 actions within this section. We have lip butter, which gives a nice smooth lip. So let's say your subject might have chapped lips, so they just look kind of rough. It will help smooth out those lips, and I will show you that in just a moment. We also have our lip gloss, which is great for just adding shine to the lips. And then we have 2 lipstick lip palettes. We have the La Creme palette and also the La Matte palette. Both of them are chock full of colors for you to try on your subject. So I will show you with this image the lip butter and how it works and how simple it is to apply. Once the action has played, make sure you have your black layer mask selected, you have a brush, and your 4 color is white. And all you have to do is paint over the lip area that you want to smooth out. And as you can see, our subject now has smoother lips. If it's too smooth for you, all you have to do is adjust the opacity and apply it how you would like it. So for this one right here, about 65% or so, just kind of the in-between. And then off and on, and you can see how I just smoothed them, but still kept texture, and they still look very nice. Here is the lip gloss action. And what it does, make sure you have your black layer mask selected, you got a white foreground with the brush, and just brush over the lips. And you can put this after you've done, like say you picked a lipstick color, I would suggest picking your lipsticks first, and then if your subject needs lipstick, if you're going to apply that, and then do the lip gloss, or do the lip gloss by itself, however you want to do it. But I just applied it, so here is the before, and here's the after. I gave a really nice shiny lip for our subject. And then here's our La Creme palette. And all you have to do again is if you open up the group layer, all these colors are all grouped together. If you're in full versions of Photoshop, elements, it's applied differently because you don't have group layers. You want to make sure you can edit things, so we don't put things in groups. They're ungrouped, but they are meticulously designed to run well and be editable for you. So all you have to do, it already has 1 shade selected, or Candy Apple Red, and 90210. So all you have to do is just paint onto the lips where you would like to apply the lipstick. And again, you can change the blending modes to get different colors and tones, change the opacities, play with them. Don't think you're stuck with just what you see right when you start painting. That's not how it has to be. So you can go through and try on all the different lip shades and adjust them as you see fit. So let's say I picked Double Bubble, but that's just too much for her. I can go down to 50%, and I just gave it like a really just nice color. And our La Matte palette are different colors, and what it does is it gives a matte look, but with color. And if you open up this group layer, you're going to see our first layer is the matte primer. For the best matte look for the lips, please leave this layer turned on. If you found a shade that you like but you don't really want a matte effect, just turn off the layer and you can still use any color that you want. So the black layer mask and my white brush selected, you can just paint on the matte coloring. And one of the colors is already selected, which is Troublemaker, but again, this one's full of different colors as well. So you just play with it, and again, change opacities if you need to, change blend modes if you need to. Like this one right here is on normal. I can go to color and get a different shade, go to hue and get a different shade, and go to soft light, get a different shade. Again, there's endless possibilities, so don't think again that just the color you first see is that's it. You can adjust these to however you need to. So that is the in-depth look at our newest collection of Beauty Box. We have other videos out there going through full edits of images to show you really how we got an effect and how we use things. I really hope everybody's going to enjoy this collection as much as we loved making it. Thank you for watching.